Greetings, welcome. This is our test game of Fallen Land. We did play this briefly, one single-handed, a couple days ago, you might remember, and it was okay. I mean, I had a decent enough time, and I think we're just seeing if we can play three-handed. As we do, say, Magic Realm, we play four-handed, and Dragon's Down, and so on. Since the game definitely, absolutely, I think, begs for multiplayer, and even begs a little bit for PvP. So that's where we're sort of we're leaning towards here. So let's see if we can pull it off. So we have three factions. I will quickly hit the factions up here in this first video, and then tell you sort of my rules for relations, right? So let's go with that. The first, we have the Highwaymen up in Sturgis, South Dakota. That's right here. They have a machine shop and a garrison, so +1 success with mechanics and +1 success with combat. And they are definitely the combat faction. 100%. Their guys all they have 10s and 18s and 19s in combat. No one character is less than. Keep in mind, they all have body armor on too, because of this cache of military grade body armor. So definitely combat ready from the get-go with a really lucky set of draws. They also have choppers. Begin the game with American Iron Custom Choppers. Each town business phase, you receive 4 salvage coins. You must give 2 of them to another player. Riddle of Steel, if you ever lose the choppers, you return to town, you get them again. And then Road Warriors, each time vehicle combat or biker gang encounter is drawn, you gain 1 prestige. Done. They have 0 prestige, 30 town health, 10 salvage to start. They have combat fatigues in their auction house. And Chad Zosimus, the hacker, is their backup at the moment. But really, really, really scary in that case. And in fact, I've made a note that they might be antagonistic and stronger than the rest. The action cards they drew were all PvP action cards. So truly, truly a danger there to everyone around them, which is everyone. Next are the Regulators. Regulators are sitting down in Amarillo, Texas. They begin with horses. Each business phase, pick another faction, and both of you receive 3 salvage coins. Into the wild, you may move your town. And then you may purchase Tier 1 Law and Order Town Technology. I don't know where that is. Law and Order. For 30 salvage points. Now, I don't know how that's an advantage. It looks like everyone. Oh, it's 40. I see. So you get a $10 discount, effectively. Good to know. Good to know. They have reasonable characters in terms of their combat effectiveness, but you have 11, 11, 7, 7, and 7. They do have Old Rusty and 6 fast horses. Old Rusty can be used in conjunction with another vehicle, and so you actually get all the bonuses for both vehicles, which is sort of nice. They also have +2 machete weapons to all party members, and then 4. So keep in mind that their weights are higher, but we're in pretty good shape otherwise. So very good mechanically across the board. Generally better in, say, mechanical skills. But man, combat-wise, you can't match up with the Highwaymen. Still pretty solid for most encounters on the board. I have them trying not to antagonize. Law and order, and we'll talk about that in a minute, what that's going to mean. Finally, we have the Enclave of Terra up in Montana. That is to the northwest of Sturgis there. Oh, and these guys start with machinist shop for 1 mechanical success and 1 survival success. These guys have survival and science success, the Enclave. The Enclave are hunters. Begin the game with compound hunting bow, which they did. Diplomatic connections. Each time you're the first player, subtract 2 from your town events roll. They flee better than everybody else. And then once per turn, during a solo encounter card, reroll a failed skill check. I do want to give them a chip. What do they have? They have a +2. What's their movement? +0. They don't have a vehicle, so need a vehicle. Prefer 4-wheel because they actually have a card which attaches to a 4-wheeled vehicle. So they would love to get their hands on a 4-wheeled vehicle. Stat-wise, I feel they're overall the weakest. I feel that they... Oh, I should give... I don't love how... But, I mean, I think we're going to live with it, but I don't love where I ended up with that Special Forces manual. I think it's fine. Or the President's Football. I should take it away. I should take something away from Wendy there. Like I said, I think they have one good, great combatant. That's Red Naxella here. Everybody else is okay, 9s and 8s. So they'll be good in most sort of small scale, but definitely, like I said, really, really not able to sort of handle the bikers over there. No PvP cards. But that might be to their actual benefit. I mean, so that's sort of where we started. Starting locations were interesting. Everybody is sort of not too close, but yet, right? Sort of in a little bit of a bind here. And so what I'm going to say is that sort of these areas, so this mission, these resources, this resource are going to be contested. So up in the upper right-hand corner, you will see my little matrix up there where it says HRE up on the scoreboard. Up there. Here, I'll move my mouse cursor right up here. That's their relations. 5 is normal. 9 is great. 0 is total war. I'm never speaking to you again. That's sort of what we're thinking. So taking a contested hex or dealing in a contested hex is going to lower your relation with that guy. So this hex is between these two, these hexes, and this one too. And these hexes are between these guys, right? And this hex is between these two also. And same thing, playing a PvP is going to lower your relation. Doing one of the good things that you can do for another player is going to up your relations and so on. And we'll see where that goes. I think red is going to be mostly the antagonist here, in the sense that they're in the middle, they are stronger. I think they can sort of exert their will a tiny bit. Whereas I think the rest of them do not quite have that same option. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see sort of how that all plays out. I think arbitrarily we're going to make the first player this guy. And I think for the most part, we are actually ready to begin. Town marker is 1. I don't need to place the other chips because, well, frankly, I have the scoreboard up there, and I'm going to keep score up there. So pretty much order of play, we can just, I think, get started. So let's get started. So there are no world effects on turn 1. We're going to deal, so everyone is going to get an action card. And town business phase, yeah. So now it's funny because I've seen the phases 2 different ways. Nope, I think we're good. We're just going to go off this chart here. So everybody gets an action card first. So we're going to draw an action card for our factions. We should check to see if anyone has anything for the town business phase. Party exploits, so we'll definitely look for that. Pretty much done. Anytime, gain free flight, reroll a failed skill check. Oh, so that's pretty cool, actually. Subterfuge, end turn phase. Recon scout. Do they have anything in the party business phase? There, draw 2 character cards. Okay, so resource production, no one has any resources, and now we have auction house. So pretty much for the auction house, people can sell this crap. I think it's gonna. So okay. So first thing is first. The funny thing is they have no ranged weapons. So they would love to get a ranged weapon. So there you go. There's another thing. So they're putting. Are they going to put this up for auction? I don't think they might not. If they do, it's for like, well, so no one's going to have enough money. I would definitely put this up for like, you know, minimum bid of 12 or something, but no one's going to have that kind of cash. So I actually think I think these guys, and they only have 7. So yeah, I think everybody's stuck for now. So we're just gonna skip the auction phase for now. Now we can sell and purchase. So all transactions with the bank. So everybody can now go in order and sell and purchase. I do think these guys are going to. I think we're going to sell these. And we can sell action cards too, right? Yeah, so we can sell action cards also. Yeah, I sort of want. So I'm going to sell this for 9 to the bank. And the highwaymen now have 19 salvage. These guys, we're gonna sell the bike for 7, just because. But we're looking for a ranged weapon. So if we can get a ranged weapon, we are going to absolutely equip that. But that's not going to let us buy anything. I think these guys have nothing to sell. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So we're just going to sit on it. But we are going to play recruitment. And that's going to let us draw 2 character cards immediately. So we're going to play recruitment and we're going to grab 2 characters. Just in case, maybe we have some that have some kind of synergy better than what we have with each effects phase. On a roll d6 on a 1 or 2, draw a new character card and place them into your town roster. That doesn't suck. We did not start the game with Mayfun. I think we're going to. I think for now we're just going to discard her. And I might. Effects phase. So that's the end of the round, right? That's the end of the turn is the effects phase. No? Oh no, it's the beginning of the turn. Done. So super first thing. I am going to put him away and I'm going to put her in instead. That reduces my combat, but it does give me more diplomacy, a little bit more science, I believe, tiny bit more science, happier mechanical, a tiny bit more medical. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking to get some more characters in. So done. All right, so we've played. So that is everything for the financial phase there. No one is purchasing any town stuff. And now we are ready for the exploits phase. No one has any NPC mercenaries. And it is now the deeds phase. So each group in turn gets to do their 4 weeks of deeds. And so first thing is first, he is going to go. And is he going to immediately start by antagonizing? There you go. I'm actually going to. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get objects. I'm going to get components. Get some dice. We'll get red and green here. just in case I need to make any wacky snap decisions, right? Good enough. I'm going to give him on a 5 or a 6. He will assert dominance. No. So we're going to go and we will capture some of the easy stuff around us. So maybe these two. So we're going to secure a resource. We're still going to warn him off of this one and say, hey, that's going to antagonize us if you get that one. But we're going to go here and here first. So first week is a move. We roll a die and we add our movement bonus, so 4. We do not have the bonus where everything costs 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. That's the first week. Second week is going to be a resource deed, 2 weeks of resource deed. So that is draw any encounter and resolve it. We're going to draw the planes, and we're going to resolve the planes. So let's see what this brings us. The unrelenting stream of insults spew from a teenager. This teenager's yapper is unbelievable. Sporting a new cowboy hat and a pristine pair of Colt 45 revolvers, he is hell-bent on instigating a duel to the death with your companion. Unfortunately, the kid's the son of a small settlement's leader, so that could prove to be a problem. So we get 3 salvage right now. So 1, 2, 3. So we have 22 salvage. Next thing here is we can choose. So his combat skill is 18. Our combat skill is 19. We have a guy with combat skill 19. He does have 8 health. So, I mean, but that's a little too, I want to say, on the dot, right? I'm going to start with diplomacy. We need 5 successes. So we're going to roll all these dice here and then count up successes. Diplomacy is an 8. So this is a 6. Oops, that is, darn it. Okay. So this one is a success. I'll put that right there for now. A 7 is a failure. So we're going to just keep that there. A 10 is a failure. A 2 for blue is a success. So that's 2 successes. I don't believe we're going to make this. A 5 is a success. And a 2 is barely not a success. He is not impressed enough with our chopper. Still, that's only 3 successes out of the 5 we needed. And that's too bad, because now the kid is fighting. Kung Fu fighting, indeed. I am going to put... not gladiatorial combat, so he doesn't get a plus. He does have a melee weapon, so he's a +3. I'm going to go with our heavy rocket launcher. So we have a 19 to an 18. Done. And 8 tokens. So I'm going to roll black for the bad guy here, and we'll roll the orange die. Remember, they both automatically get a success. We're rolling for the second success now. A 9 to an 8. We're going to need some damage. we're going to need a couple of these chips. There we go. Okay, so let's roll both. We have a 6, so that's 2 successes. We also have 2. We got a 1, by the way. I just screwed that up. We also have 2 successes, but we can roll again, and we're going to. Only a 10 fails, and 8. So we have 3 successes to 2. That means we do a d6 damage to the opposition. Roll that right now. We get a 4. So, indeed, he takes 4 points. On a tie, you both take 1. So there's 4 points. That's round 1. Round 2 of PvP. Oh, we blow it. Only 1 success. He gets 2 successes. He rolls a d6 and applies it to us. 5. Oops, I just copied the die. Also, I don't need the die. Thank you. We have 5 points of damage to his 4 points of damage. Well, this isn't going great all of a sudden. 2 successes. We both take a single point of damage. We are actually going to die faster. Oh, this is funny as shit. Both take a point of damage. We're up to 7. He's up to 6. We could really use a failure on the kid's part. Nope and nope. We are killed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unless there is something else. My guess is you cannot use the garrison. Yeah, I don't think I'm almost positive you cannot use the garrison in those cases. Do we have? No, we have nothing else we can do. And the reason I don't have, okay. The reason I don't have the assault rifle on him is because I think it has to be a rifle, not an assault rifle. But I'm not sure if an assault rifle and a rifle are the same thing in the game. There are weapons that are marked rifles, so that's why I do not have the assault rifle on him. But I don't think it would matter. In any case, we're dead. That's the first time I've actually seen a character die. So, on failure, lose 1 prestige. Which we are at 0. Discard the character and their equipment. He is gunned down in the street. The spoils are taken. By the kid. The kid runs off. We were going to kill him, but the kid runs off. And we did not succeed at all. So much for being the combat faction. Man, that went down quick. Is there anything we can do here? No, we cannot. We now have 1 extra turn. I'm going to move back, actually, to go get my other party member. We get 6+. We're going to drive back and activate Chad Zosimus. Amadeus here. And I am going to... I'm going to give him the semi-automatic pistol. Because our combat value of 13 is going to be... Oh, crap. Okay. I am going to mulligan it, and I'll tell you why. I did not include this garbage. I didn't include it. So that's a problem. God damn it. And I'm going to try that. I'm going to do that again. I apologize. Do the combat in general again. Because that goes totally differently. And I'll tell you why. If it was just like a +1 or something, I don't think I would matter as much. But now I have a 21. So I get 2 auto successes. Now, I only have a 1 in something chance. So it would probably might have gone the same way. And I don't know if I can use the armor in a solo combat. Let's find. Solo combat. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm going to pause. Give me one. Yeah, so there's a couple things. First off, we didn't count the armor. So that would have saved us a little bit. We'd have been 1 point down. We might have died anyway because we just did 8, right? We just keep doing ties. But we do have armor, so we should at least count the damn armor for us. So let's do this battle one more time correctly now. Remember that we have a 21. So 2 successes and 1. And he has 1 success and an 8. So 21 versus 18. So first roll. 2 successes, 2 successes. Everybody takes a point of damage. We take 1. He takes 1. The ties ignore armor. Only if he actually wounds us. Tie again. Oopsie daisy. Okay, I'm pretty. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm pretty freaking sure. Third round. Third round is a tie. Fourth round. Oh, see, we failed. Okay, that sucks because now he's going to do a D6. Oh, no, he did not. I'm sorry. Time out. Yes, we failed, right? So, yes, we absolutely failed. Because we rolled. We didn't have to roll. We did roll. We're trying to get the 1. Strangely enough, technically we shouldn't roll. We should wait for him to roll. But nonetheless, we did roll. He does 1d6 damage to us, 4. So we actually take 3 points of damage. So the outcomes looks like it's going to be the same here, even with our slightly increased skill. 5 and 6, so that's a tie. And I think we really need to... So another tie. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we did 5 points to him. We never scored a point. So same thing. Same effect. And again, so much for being the combat faction. And we're dead and done. And then we move back to town. We're going to swap this guy in. And like I said, we're going to give him the pistol so as to just even it out a tiny bit. Done. And that's our phase, actually. Not as sexy as I thought it would be for them. On to the next faction, the Regulators. So again, Regulators, they're not antagonizing. I think they're going to head to here or here. So they're going to move first. They have a move bonus of 3. This will be pretty easy. And in fact, I think all hexes cost 1 movement. So we're just going to go to there. Next 2 weeks, we're going to do a planes event to secure that site. First thing we do is draw 2, so we're up to 19. Idols Vitals. It's possible, Billy, your idol survived the apocalypse. No, I don't know why I did that, but I mean it's the savages screaming money. So nonetheless, we hop to Billy's. We're gonna hop to Billy's defense here as a bunch of wild women attack poor Billy. So we're gonna do a 3 combat and a 3 diplomacy. So for combat, we have 2 successes already. Remember, everybody has a +2. So he actually has an 11, 12, 13. So 2 successes, 2 successes. Or no, I'm sorry, 1 success, 1. So we have 2 successes already. 1 and 1 here. Done. We're done with these 2. He's got a 9. He rolls a 9. So that's a success for green. 7. So we succeed at the combat. I wish we had here we go. We'll just roll like that. Now it's time to succeed at the diplomacy part. Diplomacy is a 7. We do not get any massive diplomacy bonuses. This is a fair. This is a success. I'll put it up. This is a success. We can roll again if we need to. Blue succeeds at diplomacy. So that's 3. We're done. He fails. The car fails. But we do get 3 successes and more if we want to re-roll. But we don't re-roll unless we need to. Done. So we've succeeded. We draw 1 character card and 1 spoils card. So we draw a character. So who is Billy actually? Billy is actually Ivory Pace, Fiery Flight Nurse. Once per turn, heal 2 physical damage to a party member. Done. Medical equipment doubles its bonus and may be used twice before discarding. That really doesn't suck, and I would consider swapping her out for somebody. Maybe Jim. So I'm going to swap her out for Jim. She's a little bit worse combat-wise, but then we're going to be able to make some use of her otherwise. And then I'm going to give her a lumberjack axe because that's going to immediately help her fighting. Now keep in mind that everybody has 4 also on their weight, so we have to keep that in mind. So she has 10 carry weight already of 15. But that's it. And since they succeeded, the regulators are going to get the ability to place a chip there. And, okay, Marble's back. Marble's back. Copy, paste. And they have 1 resource, so their town health is going to go up over the course of time. They also get 1 prestige because they collected a resource. So the regulators, bam, 1 prestige. They have 19 salvage. So far, no one has dinked around here. Party exploits. See, I thought we were going to have an easy time. We'll have to do subterranean if we want to succeed at one of those. We'll have to sneak that card in. Might as well use them. You might as well use the damn card. So we are done with our move here, and now we're going to move again. So that'll be the last turn of our 4 moves, and we get a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or we just go back to here. The difference is obviously we're closer if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go right there, done. But then we have to draw a plains card next time. Like we have to do an encounter phase. You cannot do 2 moves in a row. You have to do an encounter. The only difference is if you stop in your town, you can then move and move subsequently. So I'm going to do that. Done. And I think that's it for our turn. And now finally with the exploits phase, or the party exploits phase, we have these guys. These guys don't like their situation being hemmed in by these dudes. They have no vehicles, no movement bonus. So they are slow as heck. And so I think they might ignore the warning and take this hex, starting a little bit of a miss there, if they can. So first thing they're going to move, they move a whopping 1. So sure. Second phase is encounter. So they do need to draw a plains encounter. No resource there. They just have to draw the damn plains encounter. Friendly merchant. The marketplace ahead is densely packed with stalls and tents of all shapes and sizes. One overzealous trader wrings his hands together excitedly at your approach, inviting your group to peruse his assorted wares. His small shop contains an impressive collection of reasonably priced scavenged equipment. Despite his twitchy demeanor and his eye, the merchant easily befriends you with the genuine smile and personality. Draw 4 spoils cards. You may purchase any of them for their listed salvage value. We only have 7 frickin' bucks. Nonetheless, we will draw 4 just in case. You might get lucky. 8, 24, 3, and not applicable. You cannot buy patent. I'm going to say that we can't buy patent. He's right there. I believe, can we? Because we have 12 bucks of action cards. When we purchase, well, I mean, there really isn't such a thing, right? Isn't that wacky? Because there is no. When you do the auction house, yeah. So I'm going to say no. So we can't trade anything because we're not at home. We can't trade the retro camper. We're not back there, right? That's sitting back at home. So I think what I'm going to do is I will buy the switchblade. It's not great. It's going to give me an extra mechanic check. I'm going to put you over here. Put you like that. Done. That costs us $3. So we're going to buy the switchblade. 1, 2, 3. And we're down to $4 at the Enclave. I imagine the rest of these go into the discards. Why did they go into the wrong discard? I think if you're highlighting the deck, you should go in the deck. Done. Okay. After after conducting business, he offers you food and refreshments, appeals for your assistance. You get 3 coins. So he gives us the switchblade effectively. And then we do a science check. So we're going to repair a large antique power coupling using our science skill. So 10 is a fail, but 4 is going to be a success. So that is 1 success. 8 is a success for her because she has a 10. That's 2 successes. 6 is a success for Laura. That is 3 successes. And we are done. And you don't roll vehicles because we don't got that. We gain 1 spoils and 1 action card. So we're going to draw from the spoils deck. We get a vintage 45 submachine gun. Well, I like that quite a bit. And we are done. And that was literally just an encounter because we just didn't make it. we walked out of town and done. So he has a 9. It's better to give someone a 9 than it is a 10 because 10s suck, right? Because rolling a 10 is an auto fail. So what that means is anything over a 10, you've effectively lost 1 point. So it is more effective to get someone to 9 than it is to get them to 11. Or more efficient. How's that? Oh, Fernando has +2 move. So we should at least be, because he walks the hell out of us. Now, I don't know if he has to be equipped to a vehicle. Otherwise, I did pay the money to hire him. So I'm going to say that he walks with us and hangs with us, and he is fine. I'm going to give the kid the weapon there. This is 14. Fine. So we took the spoils, we took the money. We didn't get anything else because that was just an encounter. But that's only 2 of our 4 weeks. We're going to move again. Risk time remembering Dad +2. 1. So I'm actually going to put them 2 more, and then this turn they would get it, right? Because they went 1, 2, 3 last time, and 1, 2 this time. That was their 3rd week. This is going to cost them 2 weeks, but they can still do it by taking that chip on their sheet, which means next turn they get 1 less week. Let's put it right next to them so we know they get 1 less week. So they can do, so if you have 1 week remaining, you're allowed to do anything at all. So if you have 1 week, you're allowed to do a 3-week action, but then you have to take one of these chips and you pay it. You lose, you go into debt, right? So they're going to lose a week next time, but they're going to be able to try to grab this resource. They're going to take a plains card to try to grab the resource. Just a little friendly competition. Some farmers have expressed a desire for a friendly boxing match with your group's champion. Their man, a mountain of muscle, named Francis, flexes and cracks his knuckles. He smiles grimly in anticipation of the coming brawl. Your buddy spits and steps forward. This is a solo PvP, combat to knockout, 1 health, less than death. Armor and weapons are banned, but fist melee weapons are allowed. Francis is 9-9. All other players may wager salvage on a fighter before the starting battle. So what's the closest we can get? So she gets an auto success. If she can get 2 successes, she can beat him down. So she has a 6. Yeah, all right, we're going to go with it. She's going to do it. She has a 6 combat. I assume my buddy can't help. We're just going to roll with it, right? She has a 6, but she gets automatic successes. On a gladiatorial event encounter cards, this character gains 1 additional combat success. Sure. So we have a 6 and 1 auto success. And our buddy here has a 9. So I'm going to take that chip and that chip. All right, so we going to roll. Wow, we just failed. So 0 successes versus 1. So he does a d6 damage to us right off the bat. 6, he knocks us right out. He literally one-shots her and knocks her out. She doesn't die, but she actually she takes 5 points. And instant KO. We do not succeed. 1 health remaining. Everybody else lose or gain their wager. I didn't bet. I assumed, I pretended no one was going to bet. Funny part is I just forgot. I might have bet on her because I thought for sure. Well, why does that do that? I have no idea. I thought for sure she was going to be able to pull that out. But instead, she gets a huge black eye and is done then. Okay, I hate these chips and the grid. I hate the grid. I wonder now. I assume the reason there's a grid is because of the hex map here. Like my guess is the hex map doesn't have snap points. Yeah, they gridded it out. So this whole board really has a grid on it that I can't see. So these chips, we're just going to make sure. All right, so we lose. We don't take the thing. We lose a prestige, but not really because we don't have any. I don't think we lose one for that, right? Do we lose a prestige? Yeah, 1 health remaining. Blah blah blah. Okay. And I'm going to say that the Highwaymen do not like that. And so our relationship devolves to a 4. Now, it won't devolve again if we take it again. And I'll say that if we backed off, maybe it would go, right? But I think that's it. I think that's done. So that's it for there. Now we have the town events phase. During... Oh, we didn't do anything. We didn't do the correct thing on the town business phase. That's very early on. We'll forget it for this one, and we'll do it the next one. But right now, we're going to go town events phase. Now, what's the end turn phase? Yeah, okay, so end turn phase is the town events, turn marker sheet, etc. Not playing anything yet. We're just going to leave them alone. We roll a d10 and we consult the event chart. And we gain 2 prestige, 4 town health, and a card. So 2 prestige for the Highwaymen, 4 town health from this super lucky roll. And we do get a card of our choice. I'm taking a character because I'm not super happy with the guy we have. Although we will have to return home to get him. We got Ashton Campbell, resourceful scavenger. He is pretty resourceful. I'll have to look and see. And we're in town? We are in town. We're in our town. So I can swap him in and out. And I am going to. Done. That's their town events. Over to the Regulators for their town events. They get a 3. They may move their town up to 2 hexes. I'm not sure where I would move it. I would consider moving it over here to sort of get access to all these resources. We're not going to do anything just yet. We rolled a 3. That gives us 1 town health. So the Regulators have a 31 town health. And our final guys, the Enclave of Terra, also gets a 3. They also gain a town health. And so that's where we are at the end of turn 1. It is now turn 2. We'll probably, I might put that in my little score there. Let's do another one. Let's do, I know it's an hour. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll stop here. This is an hour long. We will then, because we set up and everything, right? I will do turns 2 and 3 and try to get them in an hour. I'm going to try to jam a couple, turns into an hour here. That's the end of turn 1. This has been Fallen Land, our three-way battle here. Let's see what happens. Thank you.